In this Where Wins Meet video, I bring you the ultimate beginner's guide. Now I don't want to make a video calling this a beginner's guide and tell you to farm certain gear which you won't be able to do until you reach like a level 30 or be in the first chapter. This is for new players to the game. This game's getting quite popular by the daily and I'm seeing many new players on my videos asking some what would you'd probably say are simple questions. This video is aimed towards this kind of player literally at the start of the game, and I'll just talk to you about a few of the systems you need to keep an eye on, some of the best gear you can get at the start, some of the best mystic skills, so you can basically just play the game and enjoy it and not be overwhelmed, because the game is pretty massive. Let's not lie to ourselves here, with plenty of clogged up menus and things are just all over the place. So hopefully this guide will help you people out. How's it going, guys? My name's DPJ, and if you do enjoy the video, leaving a like really helps out, and if you like what you see and want to see more, be sure to subscribe. Okay, so again, this is what I feel you should be doing early on and what you need to know about. If you decide to listen and take in what I'm saying, that's great, but not what you have to do. This is a kind of game you can play how you want. I'm just going to give you guys my opinion on how to make the game massively fun much earlier. First things first, guys, your settings. If you play on PC, turn off VSync and motion blur. These both turned off will help you with parrying and just make the game feel and look much smoother. Also, your difficulty here. I recommend you playing this how you want. Don't feel bad about putting this on story. It can still be a challenge for sure. But with there being so much to do and discover, the combat itself is only half the fun. So making it even more fun on yourself by not having the game feel too hard will make the whole process feel much better for you. What I will suggest though, if you do put it on the story difficulty, turn off both the assist, deflection and the range attack hint. These in my opinion are really not needed and they do take away from the combat, but hey, again, if you feel the power system is too difficult for you, there's no harm in having these on. Just remember though, they won't be active in PvP if you do eventually go into it, so if you do use these and get used to them, they can be a detriment to you later on. Okay, so what about your martial arts, your weapon choice? This is something you'll come across real early game. Here, guys, it is completely up to you. Whatever tickles your fancy, I'd say go with. But what I will say is the fan and the dual blade you can actually get real early on in the game anyway, so you don't really need to pick them here. The other two you won't see until later on in the game, and me personally, I feel the umbrella is definitely the one to pick here. Not only is it a great choice for close and range combat, allowing you to shoot projectiles from a distance, allowing you to basically fly, and this will allow you to solve a couple of harder puzzles earlier on in the game, making them easier for you, but it's just an all-round amazing unique weapon. Now the Panacea fan here, which is also available, this is my recommendation for you to get as your second weapon. This is absolutely incredible. It's a healing fan, which is massively important in this game when you realise just how stingy the game is with those healing potions, especially in those boss battles. And this is a weapon you can get real early on as soon as you get a dragon key, which we'll talk about in a quick second. Now, as I said, the Panacea fan is a healing weapon. This is an incredible second weapon to have equipped. And again, this is a weapon you can get real early on, and we'll come to that in a minute. But firstly, a few mystic skills I recommend you getting from this point real early on in the game. First up, we have the Veil of Stillness. This is a mystic art that you can use to make yourself almost invisible. And to get this, guys, it's so simple. Just come to this point on the map, people. Come and speak to this NPC. And within about 2 minutes from this point, guys, just following basic instructions, you have this mystic skill. But also when you finish this quest line, guys, this side mission, you also get a dragon key, which is massively important in you getting your second weapon. So yeah, do this, people. Then, guys, from this point, I recommend you getting the other mystic skill of the Touch of Death. This is one that allows you to eliminate enemies from behind in an instant. And yes, as time goes on, you will have to level this up, but right now at the beginning of the game, the first region, it's something you can massively take advantage of. So come to this point on the map, guys. Here, speaking to this NPC will open up this fort. Go into this fort and take out these guards. In the center of this place there are more enemies and a mini boss. Take these down too and then open that chest. In here there's a map of this small area with beacons that you need to light. So go and do that. Once you do this, guys, a platform will raise where you fought that mini boss and open that chest. So you need to head back here. Then, guys, just slam on that center platform. This will open up a secret area for you. So progress through it. Eventually, guys, you'll come to this statue and then you need to press these symbols as I do on screen now. Upon doing this, guys, will open up the way forward for you. Then, guys, you'll come to this waterfall, go behind it and interact with this podium. This again opens up this door for you. Progress a little further on and you'll get this chest, which will give you this amazing mystic skill, the Touch of Death. So the Touch of Death and the Veil of Stillness, these can be used combined to do some incredible and sneaky things. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten myself easy loot early game via small enemy gatherings and just roaming NPCs where you can take them down from behind while invisible, sneaking up on them and just basically pairing these together and making life much easier for you early on. It's a great combo, especially early game. Now we'll talk about a couple of other mystic skills a little bit later on, which are super powerful in battle when combined together too. Okay, so now on to getting that second weapon. Now, guys, if you go into your developer option here, go to any weapon that you don't have unlocked. If you click on it, it will show you where this can indeed be obtained from. Most will require, though, a dragon key. Now, dragon keys come from various different places, like the side mission we did earlier, so you should already have one. But when you hit a level 15 also and you do the breakthrough challenge, which again we'll talk about in a minute, this guarantees you another dragon key. So yes, pretty cool. Okay, so here, guys, once you have that dragon key, I definitely recommend you getting the healing fan, the Panacea fan. And to do this, guys, you want to come to this point on the map. Here, use your dragon key at this podium. This will open up this path for you, and as you enter into this, guys, you will automatically vanish. In fact, you don't actually need the Veil of Stillness here to actually do this. You will auto vanish anyway. So theoretically, if you've already broken through a level 15 and you have the mystic skill of Touch of Death, you can actually come here, guys, and do this without the Veil of Stillness. But hey, again, the Veil of Stillness is something great paired with the Touch of Death to roam your map and take out enemies and loot their bodies, etc, etc. But yes, back to the Panacea fan. So once you're in this area, guys, and you automatically go invisible, your aim here, guys, is just make it to the end where you will meet a master and you'll steal the Panacea fan martial arts from her. Now, to navigate this place is actually quite easy. What you want to be doing, guys, is just taking out these enemies from behind. Don't get in their line of sight, as you will be spotted, and if this happens, you'll get teleported right back to the beginning of this area again and you'll have to reset, basically do all again. So just taking them out from behind, looting these chests as you go, it's quite straightforward. I do recommend you do explore the whole area though and get all those chests, but eventually you'll come to this point right here where you'll see this little circle. Stand in this circle, guys, you follow the directions on screen, quite simple, and you'll get this amazing Panacea healing fan. So yes, people, this is one you definitely want to equip. Again, it's a healing fan, so anytime throughout your playthrough, no matter what you're doing, you can heal yourself. So if you're in the midst of a battle and you're fighting a boss who's quite hard hitting and you run out of healing potions, this is absolutely vital in getting you through the rest of that battle. It's incredible, it really is. Okay, so let's get to those breakthroughs and what exactly these are. So as you progress and level up, you will hit a stop. First one is at a level 15 and you here will have to do a breakthrough. What this is basically this game's way of making sure you are strong enough for the game to raise the level of enemies and allow you to raise higher up in those levels. So once you hit a level 15, your XP and your level will basically stop. Now your XP gains will be they will be stored, so you won't lose anything, so you can continue playing at a level 15 if you just want to explore the map and do side missions. That's completely fine. The XP you will earn will be stored. And then guys, when you're ready, you can do the breakthrough challenge, which is quite easy. Once you do that breakthrough challenge, all the XP that's stored will be applied to your character. It is as simple as that. So yes, breakthroughs are this game's way of making sure you're hard enough to basically progress the game. Now, another couple of mystic skills which I have used from real early game, which are super powerful when combined, are firstly cloud steps. This is a mystic skill which will allow you to leap to a target from a certain distance and basically kick them in the face. Also very useful within puzzles later on within the game with its leap feature. But if you pair this with the mystic skill of Guardian Palm, you can basically leap to an enemy and then do the Guardian Palm and do a devastating slam from above, which does incredible damage, incredible AoE damage. So if you're fighting multiple targets, it's amazing too. And yeah, these two I've used from the very start and I haven't took them off. I've just leveled them up and they are just super powerful for me. Now, to get the Cloud Step Mystic skill is actually obtained halfway through a side mission called Echoes in the Shrine. This side mission is relatively straightforward and it can be found right here on the map. So you start this up, you kick an NPCs on the floor, you then smash through this floor right here to navigate to a secret area. Then within here guys, you're just using fire arrows and vines to clear the path, and also those exploding barrels. It is a simple piece of cake. Eventually you'll get to these stairs right here where the mystic skill can be found right here on the floor. The mission though from here does continue, so make sure you finish it. Now the Guardian Palm is a mystic skill which comes from a side mission called Of Where a Thousand Buddhas Wept, found up here on the map. This is a straightforward mission all about storytelling. There's nothing puzzling about it whatsoever. So just come here guys, speak to this NPC, follow what he asked you to do. It's probably the most straightforward side mission I've done in the game so far, but yes, straightforward, and upon you finishing it guys, you'll get this Guardian Palm mystic skill. And again, these two combined are incredible. Using the Cloud Step to leap to an enemy and then just using that Guardian Palm to slam down on those enemies. Pretty incredible. Okay, so within where winds meet, there are quite a few different leveling systems in regards to talent points, hidden stats, secret menus and so forth. So in this video guys, I'm going to give you a quick guide on the ones you need to be looking out for and ones you should definitely know about. And let me just be clear with you, you are not the only person who thinks these multiple menus and the navigation of them and the UI is just a massive jumble. It really is. No one can deny that. But amongst all this jumble are some important things you need to be aware of. Now you obviously know about your talent, which is basically your mini skill tree here. You get talent points for basically playing the main campaign, etc, doing those side missions. You obviously know about your gear and leveling this up with that enhance, and your abilities where you're slotting those mystics and those general passives. These things you learn more about as you play, but each can indeed be leveled, and this game does indeed do a great all-round job of telling you what you need and where you can get it from by just simply clicking on what you're interested in leveling up. There's nothing too hard about this system whatsoever. It does a great job, like I said, of telling you what you need and where you can get this from. But when it comes to your gear tab, did you know that on your right hand side you have your power level basically? This is raised the more powerful you are, but under this people you have details. This is more or less a secret menu with passive stats applied to your character. So clicking on this guys brings up a whole host of tabs. You have your attributes, your constitution and honor, which you should explore these just to get your bearings of them. Under the attributes we have combat attributes and character status. Your combat attributes though will tell you about your basic stats, and clicking on either will give you details of how these are indeed leveled and powered up. These are more or less attuned to your gear and so forth. So basically the better your gear and the ways in which you can enhance your gear will more or less raise these stats. But people, clicking on this button right here will bring you to your exploration attributes and exploration skills. Although tied together, these are actual stats you need to raise in order to later on equip certain leveled gear pieces, as if you look at certain gear pieces you will see there is a stat requirement for you to use it. Early on it's minor, but as you progress you will have to start leveling these up. Now how you raise them, well the game again gives you a straightforward examples. It's basically tasks you will do and come across in the open world. From oddities like basically chasing butterflies and catching grasshoppers, to indeed stroking cats or doing the meow meow challenges, or even playing certain minigames found in and around the map. These will all raise certain stats here, so just keep in mind what this does. Again, clicking on any of these stats will tell you exactly what indeed will raise them. Now talking about oddities, butterflies, grasshoppers, purple poisonous flowers, etc, etc. These you would have learned about early game, and you will be notified via a little icon by your minimap, or even on your minimap, which is like a bird or a dragonfly. I'm not sure exactly what this is, but when you see this guys, there is an oddity nearby wherever you are. If you find it and complete it, people, you basically gain a few bonuses, again to what we just spoke about in regards to our exploration stats. But also guys, these oddities that you can indeed collect can be used to level up another skill tree for you, which basically applies passive stats to your character. So real early game guys, you'll come up to this NPC found right here. Now you can actually use these oddities to level up these passives for your character, something a lot of people are not aware of early on. So chasing butterflies is actually a lot more useful than you first thought. So definitely come here guys and use these to make your character just overall better. Now other than what I've just spoke about, the mere basics of this game, I just want to talk about a couple of the in-game currencies you will indeed find yourself getting shit tons of. One's called energy or mental energy, and the other one's called Jade fish. Now you will have loads of these, but you want to make the most of them as you'll be capped, especially those Jade fish. Now these indeed you want to make the most of when playing this game, because if you did not know, there's daily and weekly routines that you should indeed be doing, or a lot of these materials can be going to a complete waste, and what you can actually obtain can be going to a waste too. Now I've made a full guide on this in regards to a daily and weekly routine cycle that you should indeed be doing, but to keep it brief for new players, I will talk about the basics of energy and Jade coins within today's video. Now these will be snippets taken from my previous video. So firstly we'll talk about the energy, what this is used for, why you shouldn't let it cap. Check this out. So let's first talk about your mental energy. This is indeed used for various different things, but what I will say is you shouldn't let this cap out, because when you do you're actually wasting it, because you won't earn more once it is capped out, and because you earn this from so many different things within this game, if it is capped out guys, it's going to a complete waste. But when you realise what this is and what it's used for, you will understand my point here. It also has an auto recharge on it, so you get this back every so often for absolutely free. Also important to remember, your limit in regards to what you can hold at a single given time is raised when you do those breakthroughs, so keep that in mind. You also get the pillar powder resource item. Upon you using these, it replenishes 60 of this energy, and these come from breakthrough levels and the battle pass. Now although this isn't really a part of your daily and weekly check-in, I feel it's important enough to mention that you shouldn't let this thing cap out, as I said. Indeed, use it in the various different ways that you can. So if you pull up your menu, select Wandering Paths, then click on Challenges, you can see activities here in which you can use this and be rewarded for doing so. The Still Sure Heart Seeker boss right here is indeed an activity you can indeed use these energies on and be rewarded for so. But as you play the game and as you progress, you'll unlock more bosses here in which you can use this energy on to get specific rewards. Here you will get gear, 2 cosmetic chests, 2 martial arts breakthrough upgrade materials, 2 oscillating jade using your enhancement of your gear, 2 coins and XP, so you get quite a lot of stuff for this. Right now for me on the Heart Seeker boss it takes 20 per run, but upon you actually completing this boss and looting the end rewards, you can double up or even triple up depending on your progression, so getting more of these rewards per single run. But you can also use your energy on those outposts, which means completing them. You can then open up the chests at the end of these outposts and get materials from even iron to escalating jade to coins to experience to cosmetic chests and so forth, people. So yes, another great way to use that energy once you reach that cap. Now what I will say is things like the oscillating jades and the even iron are used to level up mystic skills and enhancing gear, so this is always a great material to have stack loads of. So if you plan on playing on the daily, you plan on always hitting that cap of your energy, make sure you are running these guys. Outposts, once you do complete them though, will have a 24-hour cooldown on them, so do keep that in mind. There are also the heroes round, which you unlock I believe like a level 41 or 51. But you also guys have these sword trials. You can use this energy on, you can do this co-op or even with AI basically teammates. Take these bosses down and earn some great loot in the same way and the same manner of reward. So yes guys, if you got that energy and you want to use it, this is where you can do so. Okay, so next up, jade fish, what these are, what you should be using them on. So yes, check this out. So let's start with that jade fish, which you are capped out at 20k per week. Here guys, I recommend you spending this on items that are first on a weekly refresh. Now this jade fish currency you can earn from basically everything you do, so you won't really come short of it unless you waste it on pointless things. So if you pull up your menu, then go to the shop, then select offers, then select exchange shop and click on the season shop. Within here guys, we have a few tabs we're going to check out. First up, we have the top one, which is the combat development tab. Here guys, you want to be using that jade fish, and I recommend you buying all of the weekly supply of the martial arts combat tips. Both of these chests, when they become available to you, make sure you are buying them and buying their weekly limit. These are used to indeed level up your martial arts through the breakthrough level. You can't have too many of these, people. Once you buy these, they go into your bag, in which you can then open them up and select specific custom tips you indeed need, which will be different for the different martial arts. Also guys, purchase the inner way note chests when they become available to you. These are indeed a long grind, so getting them here is a must. These are used obviously for your inner way breakthrough levels, so important stuff here, people. Now if you wanted to and you can spare it, the oscillating jade isn't a bad pick either, nor is the life supply support boxes. But yes, only if you have the spare jade fish, or you have enough of it. Now if you come down a tab to the gear chest tab, here I wouldn't recommend you using your jade fish as of right now, as you're still progressing, and these are just RNG, so ain't worth it in my opinion as of right now. Later on in the game though, they may be. Now if you come down to the profession development tab, we have all of these, which I'd recommend you also buying if you can afford them. Reason being is we are both a healer and a scholar in this game, and these are used to indeed level these up. Now if you are not aware of this, bring up your menu, go to that profession tab, and here you can see healer and scholar. Here guys, clicking on either of these or both of them if you haven't initiated them already, then clicking on the gain the ability in the bottom right, you'll do like a small quest which teaches you about these and this core ability. Once you complete these, people, you then guys have a whole menu open up with things you can indeed level up. And what's needed to level these up? Yes, you know, those what we just checked out, being the career notebooks, the contents of both the healer and scholar gift boxes, and the custom career gift box. These indeed guys, as I said, level these up for you. Lastly here, back in the shop, we have the bottom tab of the appearance exchange. At the bottom of this menu, we see the lingering melody. This is a limited per week and costs 200 jade coins, but you need to hit the max of 20k on the jade fish before you can actually purchase these. This is basically your gotcha ticket, which if you do not know, the lingering melody is basically a type of ticket you can use within the drawer Sound of Silence to unlock various limited edition cosmetics. So if that is what you're into, it's definitely worth you grabbing these. And there we have it guys, for my beginner's guide to where wins meet. What you should be doing, what you need to be aware of, and what you should be looking out more. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, leaving a like really helps me out. If you like what you see and want to see more, be sure to subscribe, and hopefully guys, I will see you on that next one.